Sometimes we may want to add parameters to the SQL queries that we create. Now, in .NET I can simply create code like this. I can say, well, where ship name, also ship city is equal to London. Or I can go ahead and stop the string over here, plus, and add the parameter London. Great. But in the original code, just I'm making a mistake here. Yes, cool. So this would work and only show me orders for the city of London. But in the original code that was migrated in Magic, you couldn't actually do that. You couldn't manipulate the string that is used in the SQL, so you would use a parameter-based methodology. So instead of writing this over here, you would have a :1, signifies that the :1 should be replaced by the parameter with index of 1. And then you will add to the dynamic SQL add parameter and send it London as a parameter. Now you can send it a lambda expression that returns something because it would usually be an expression or a column, and it will put the content of the column over there. Let's run this. So here we're getting the same result. And what basically happens is whatever you put over here will be placed over here. Okay, it's simply string replacing, nothing more complicated than that. Let's look at the changes. So we can see here we've added the where part of our statement and we've added the parameter. Okay, so adding our first parameter. Now you may want more than one parameter, which is pretty trivial. So I'm going to say over here and order ID is equal to :2, and I'll simply add another parameter and put specific order ID here. We can run it and see we've got the specific order ID. Now several things, first of all, let's see the changes. Perfect. Great. Now several things worth mentioning. With great power comes great responsibility. Anything you put in this string will be sent to the database. So if you're getting this string directly from a user, you need to make sure that the user didn't input any illegal characters that might cause problems. And one more thing that you need to be aware of is that this result set is populated into a temporary memory table and data set in our code. So if you load 1,000,000 rows, those 1,000,000 rows will be loaded into memory. You need to take that into consideration. Now, since it's loaded into a memory table, it's customary to indicate that by making the controller read-only. So what most of the time where you will see a dynamic SQL entity, you will usually see an activity which is set to browse, so the user won't make any changes, and allow update equals to false. And one last thing, you notice how there's :1 and :2, and there might be some more. We recommend that you will comment that line with the columns that you're using, so when there's more parameters, it will be easier to follow, and we do that automatically for you when we migrate the code. So again, let's review what we've done. We've added a parameter, simply added it, :2, added another parameter, and we also added comments for better documentation.